Kyoto is arguably the most popular tourist spot in all of Japan. We previously did a video where we were looking at less busy places in Kyoto City itself. But today, we are going further afield into Kyoto Prefecture to visit 3 different tourist spots. And let's see how busy they are. Can we do Kyoto with less crowds? We are at our first spot, so let's go and explore it. Come on. When most people hear the word Kyoto, they might think of Japan's ancient capital, full of temples, shrines, and picturesque streets. This is Kyoto City, but the entire Kyoto Prefecture stretches way beyond this. 1 to 2 hours drive north of the city, you'll find traditional thatch roof villages, beautiful coastal vistas, and quaint fishing towns. Must-see spots if you're looking to escape the crowds. Or so we're predicting. In this video, we'll travel by camper van to all 3 to see whether these off-the-beaten-path locations are worth a visit. Our first stop is Kayabuki no Sato, a village of thatch roof houses nestled in the mountains. A number of villages with thatch roof houses still exist across Japan, the most famous being the incredibly picturesque Shirakawa-go. Made from grass or straw thatch, the roofs help to withstand snowy conditions in winter and keep things cool in summer. Over 200 of these homes are dotted throughout countryside Kyoto, and at the village of Kayabuki no Sato, you can see around 40 of them in one place. Usually there are museums and cafes to enjoy in the village. However, we quickly started to realize things were not going our way. Suns are so closed.
I guess maybe this is why it's so calm for a long weekend Sunday, right?
Maybe, yeah. We tried to just go to the Folk Museum as well, where you can see inside one of the thatched roof houses, which I think would be a really great thing to do if it was open. But it's not today. But I mean, otherwise, you still can just walk around, and it's so quiet for a Sunday on a long weekend. Like, compared to Shirakawa-go, which is the famous one that we've been to before. This is so peaceful. I feel like it gives you a better feeling of how it would be in the countryside in these little villages. The really cool thing about this particular thatched roof village is actually most of the people still live in the villages, or I should say in the houses, unlike some of the other ones like Shirakawa-go, for example, where people still do live, but not as much. Also, you can stay here. I really want to come back in winter time and stay in one of the thatched roof houses. I think that would be so cool.
Isn't it amazing that like some of these houses have been built for over 150 and up to 200 years? Yo, I've seen places which have been built for like 50 years and they look like shit compared to this. But actually what's kind of interesting is that these roofs are actually rethatched every 20 years. So every year in autumn time, the villagers come together and they gather all of the kind of plants that they use and dry them out in order to make these thatched roofs. Brilliant, don't you think?
Just amazing, honestly. I can't imagine the work that would need to go into this.
It's a lot for sure, but I mean, the outlook is just beautiful. And well, it might not look very special, but right behind us is the grass that the thatched roof houses are actually made out of. Crazy, right?
A humble shrine. I think this is the best view in the village from this shrine here.
Definitely. You can see how many there are. You know, there's one in the foreground, They're all dotted all over the place. And you get like a nice aerial view.
Except for the power lines. They slightly detract.
Oh, yeah. This is the only cafe that is open in the entire place. There's like 6 or 7 cafes.
The only one open today, it looks like.
And they actually look so freaking good.
Let's have a look.
Let's check it out.
Around here?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like we're trespassing. I mean, the whole experience walking around here feels like you're almost trespassing, but...
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Oh. Oh. Yo, am I crazy or does this say spanking lemonade?
You're supposed to say sparkling.
Yeah. Oh, these look good.
Well, Kayabuki no Sato, or the Thatch Roof Village, was really a winner in my opinion. It was a little bit busier towards the middle of the day, but considering it's a Sunday and it is also a long weekend, really it was not that bad at all, and it was pretty much all Japanese people as well. In saying that though, it was really good English pamphlets, and we even pulled up at the car park and they were speaking English, so that's always really comforting to know as well. Anyways, now we are on to our next spot. We're going from the mountains into the ocean side, and we're going to one of Japan's 3 most scenic views. So let's go.
That's kind of fucked. That's kind of fucked. This was not the place to come. And this parking situation is cooked.
So our second tourist spot was supposed to be Amano Hashidate, which is one of Japan's 3 most scenic views. However, we pulled up past the chairlift line, which goes up to the hill where you can see this view from, and oh my gosh, like the Japanese holiday this long weekend has struck. We had quite a lot of luck at the Thatch Roof House Village, but here there were people everywhere. Like the line looked like it was at least going to be an hour long, and we couldn't even get parking. No,
it was at least like 3 hours. That was cooked.
Maybe 3 hours. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to go to our third spot, which is 35 minutes up the coast. It's supposed to be a really beautiful little Japanese fishing village, and we might come back and do a revenge of this tomorrow, see if we can do it early in the morning to make up for today. But this is a great thing to point out, that if you are like coming to Japan and you happen to be here during Japanese holidays, please be aware that domestic tourism is so strong. It's so insane here. People love to travel on holidays, even just on weekends. Hiking, for example, is the busiest on weekends. So weekdays and non-holiday times are much better. You know, there doesn't seem to be many international tourists around, but domestic tourists, oh boy, they're everywhere today. We have made it to our second stop, which was supposed to be our third stop, Ine. We will show you it soon, but first we filled up with more food. We're going to find a nice spot to sit down. I don't even know if you can hear us because the cicadas are crazy. One of our sightseeing spots we are in right now, it is called Ine. It's this small fishing village, and the places behind me are called funaya. And basically there's about 200 of them in this bay, and they're able to be built right on the water like this because it's very calm waters here, and they've basically got the first level, which is where the boats go in, and then they've got the second level where people actually live. And there are still people living in these places, and also you can stay in some of them as well. And I think the coolest thing is that we've only driven 1.5 hours from the Thatch Roof House Village, but we get to see such distinct architecture in these 2 different kinds of traditional villages. It's very cool. Also, one last thing, it is what seems to be very popular with young Japanese people. Apparently, it's quite famous and popular on Instagram. So on a Sunday like today, you know, it is a little crowded. There are people around, but I think on a weekday it wouldn't be like that.
I'm sorry you guys have to see this. I think I might be glistening in the most disgusting way possible. We've just been trenching around in this like super hot, humid summer's day. But the view is beautiful, isn't it? Like, check it out. Like, this is the view that you get from the Michino Eki, and you can see this entire strip of like funaya. Like, I think it's absolutely fabulous. Although, like, in retrospect, it's kind of like, what should you do here? So you can actually do sightseeing tours where you hop on a boat and go around the bay. Actually, I really would like to do that, but you know, we weren't organized enough to get that done today. But besides that, you can also rent out the funea and like stay. I think that would be like really good. I could imagine like staying here, having a barbecue with friends and stuff like that, watching, like looking out at this beautiful bay and the sunset. Gorgeous. But besides that, it's just a gorgeous Instagram spot. So from now, I think we're probably going to park up here in the Michinoeki and stay the night, and then we'll wake up stupidly early in the morning and try and get our revenge on the
What do you call that? The ropeway?
It's not a ropeway, it's a chair, but you'll see.
Good morning. It is time to do our revenge and go to this beautiful scenic spot. Last night there wasn't much to report, honestly. There wasn't that much in the area, so we just got convenience store dinner and sat in the van, and it was hot because it's summer. But this morning hopefully we have a lot more luck. Let's go and see.
Moments later.
So, the verdict is it's nowhere near as bad as yesterday.
No way. I mean, look around it, like this area. It was literally full the other day. 100% full back to back. Insanity.
But we've come bright and early.
It's the way to do it. I hope that was a nice clean takeoff. Yay, look at us go.
This is always Roy's problem. He can touch the ground. Too tall for Japan. We have finally made it to the third of the scenic spots, Amanohashidate behind me, which translates actually to the bridge to heaven. So it's this sandbar that's naturally been made by the confluence of the ocean and the river coming out, and it's got all these pine trees along it. It's about 3.6 kilometers in length. Can you guys see? Does it look like a bridge to heaven? You can actually, like if you stand and then look down in between your legs behind, it's supposed to resemble it even more.
This is supposed to be the scenery where you can see like the dragon connecting the ground to the heavens. Let's see. Honestly, it's just making the blood rush to my head more than anything. You don't get to enjoy the view too much.
Also, you can grab some pottery and write wishes on it and then throw it into this ring that they've got set up and see if your wish will come true. It's actually something that you can do quite a lot at scenic spots like this.
My first one is Summit Mount Fuji because my mum and I are going to be climbing it in just over 2 weeks, I think.
Will we summit? It is all on this moment.
Just hang on. What happens if you don't make it? What's that going to mean for your summit?
I don't know.
Well, you better not miss.
Okay.
Go, give me a bag.
I'm
Give me
pretty
a bag.
bad
You need
at
a good,
throwing.
You need a good throwing arm for
Here,
this.
ready? 3, 2, 1. Yes! No!
Oh no.
I'm sorry,
Oh,
Mom. Maybe
no.
we won't summit. Okay, your turn.
Oh no.
It's all riding on Roy because
What have
he's
we got here?
actually the better
Good health.
sportsman out of us.
There we
Was
go.
that it?
Yep.
We have good health.
Lots of lovely YouTube subscribers.
Lots of lovely YouTube subscribers.
Nice.
You should have done the Summit Mount Fuji one.
I should have done them all.
Got done.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain.
I'm just saying, Amy so desperately wanted to ride this. I was like, really? Do we got to? I mean, it's a little bit
Look at
fun,
Roy's
sure.
legs. He's so tall.
I almost can't make a full rotation, to be completely honest.
Yay!
Wow. What a view. What a view. What a thing to be doing, huh?
I can't pedal because I have a short dress on, so Roy's doing all the work. I didn't
Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes. Undercover agents.
So that was Amanohashida there. What a beautiful viewpoint. And not only is it a viewpoint, you can come down into the city and you can like walk onto the main pathway to heaven. It's so beautiful. The nature's beautiful. There's like temples, there's gardens, there's beach swims. You can go on like the boats, you can go on jet skis. It's really just a fabulous place to be coming. You really get that feeling that this is kind of the getaway that people from Kyoto come to. And as you can see, it's actually not overrun with like international tourism, right? And from what you're seeing here, this level of crowds is like the worst it's going to get. Reminder that we're doing this on a public holiday in Japan, like supposedly the most craziest time of the year. So I like to think if you play your cards right, come to the right places at the right time, you can have a fabulous time in Kyoto. Anyway, that's everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.